Hello, welcome to another episode of New Gameplay Today. I'm your host, Jeff Cork, joined today by a full house. We've got in the studio Jeff Marchiafava.
Hey!
And Leo Vader.
Hello.
And remotely, Imran Khan.
Howdy.
How's it going?
It is a rabid good time.
A rabid good time. Hey, that's a good segue for... What are we looking at here, buddy?
We are looking at the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle DLC.
Okay.
Donkey Kong's in this one.
It is a Donkey Kong-oriented DLC.
What does that mean?
It means... Oh, do you want the story set up? Because there's actual story set up to this.
I want it all, Imran.
Okay, so at the end of the first world in Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, they defeat a rabid Donkey Kong, and the Peach Rabbid manages to knock him off a tower by eliminating a block.
Okay.
And he falls in the washing machine, which is central to the rest of the story of a thing that like gives Rabbid powers and mixes up the worlds. So he lands through that with Peach Rabbid into Donkey Kong Island. Okay. And on Donkey Kong Island, he has managed to take over the island by finding magical bananas, and he's using that to hunt down Peach Rabbid because he really wants to. I guess from the cutscenes, it wasn't clear either he's in love with her or hates her.
Oh, classic Nintendo adversarial romance.
Yep.
Love it. Fava, you reviewed this game for us.
I did.
So there you go.
Yeah, I gave it an 8.5. I really liked it.
All right.
But there was a distinct lack of Donkey Kong that was really...
Knocked it off.
Yep.
Really?
And magic bananas,
And
too.
magic bananas. All right. So, Imran, did you play a bunch of this when it first came out?
I played a little bit of it, and then, like, literally, I think the week after it came out, my brother's wedding was happening.
Okay.
So I didn't get much chance to do much.
It's an excellent deflection. I like that.
Yeah. I started to play more of it recently, and I'm reminded that this is actually a really good game.
All right.
So, yeah, I wasn't lying.
So you just threw a spicy banana? Is that what that was? Or some kind
Yeah. So the team that at least they let us play, I'm not sure if there's more, is Rabid Peach, Donkey Kong, and Rabid Cranky Kong.
Okay.
So Donkey Kong has the ability. He doesn't have a gun like everyone else. He has a banana boomerang. Mm-hmm. And in that case, I upgraded it to a chili pepper.
Okay.
Nice.
But Donkey Kong, actually, he's one of the more interesting characters to use because, unlike everyone else, he can't dash around enemies or dash through enemies or jump on them. What he does is he picks them up, and he can throw them anywhere he wants.
Ah.
Like Smash Bros.
A classic
Smash Bros.
Smash Brothers troll move.
And Rabid Cranky has the ability to, when he jumps, he can do a basically AoE explosion. So I'm trying not to kill everything there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not finding a good option to do that. And I will I will tell the audience that I have not played this game since September. Mm-hmm. And I did go back to it, like I said, but that is why I am very confused about everything.
And you're also, this is your gameplay, again, you're asking super smart questions that weren't being recorded, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Entirely the entire time was just, hey, how do things work? And am I doing this right?
I'm glad in the end you decided that Peach Rabbid was expendable.
Everyone's expendable for the greater good.
Mm-hmm. We jumped ahead in the same battle here. We're getting closer to the end. DK's traversing on these pads.
Yeah, the DK pads let him just swing around, which means that you can do like that. My favorite part of the Rabbids game was being able to just make giant movements across the map in one turn for like these really chess-like executions. So like in that one, I grabbed an enemy and I swung around the arena, and then I was able to get in position to attack the bigger enemy. And one of the things, I don't know, Faba, if you remember with that game, those enemies with the big clubs are really annoying because every time you hit them, they come closer to you.
Yeah. They'll move on your turn. Yeah.
So they are much less annoying when you can actually just pick them up and like throw them somewhere else.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So Fava,
yeah,
I'm going to play my hand here. You know a lot more about this game than I do. So feel free to ask super smart questions to Imran, because otherwise I will ask about the color of Peach's dress and things like that, and that's not good for anybody.
What is the color of Peach's dress?
Good question.
Oh, no, I'm part of the problem.
I asked the developers, and they didn't mention it was pink.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we can confirm that.
And so what kind of role does Cranky Kong fill?
So he... I I would say he's kind of like a melee hitter. Like he comes in from behind and he's able to do those like the shotgun weapon in the first game. He can cover a lot of distance and a lot of enemies at once.
Okay.
And the mission is actually one of the problems I think the main game had was the mission variability was not that great. Like you ended up having to escort toads like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like this one is kind of a more interesting one of you have to destroy 4 banana piles. And I managed to put myself in a direction where I could not actually destroy the banana pile from there.
Nice.
So is DK, is he like discrete to these new modes, or can you play as Donkey Kong in the original campaign?
He is discrete to this world, which is a Donkey Kong centric like expansion.
Okay.
And they like the world size is it's about the size of a world and a half from the main game. So I think they didn't give me an exact battle number, but I'm guessing probably like 15.
Okay.
Which is, they did mention for the season pass holders, this is part of the season pass, and on its own, it's about $14.99. So for that cost, it's actually a pretty meaty number of battles.
Now, you're collecting bananas and throwing bananas and destroying bananas for the objective. Did they mention if they knew a second thing about monkeys?
I mean, I imagine that like their monkey knowledge is entirely centered on Jane Goodall documentaries, which are very banana-centric.
Right. She was all about bananas.
Yeah. The bananas in this one replace the coins from the first game because why would DK collect coins? That's abjectly, like, wrong.
And Leo, just to save you a lot of tremendous grief in the comments, I'm going to mansplain something to you.
Okay.
Donkey Kong, his lack of tail makes him an ape.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Diddy Kong is a monkey.
Yes.
Unless DK is actually a monkey that has had his tail docked by
like
the
a
breeder.
Goku situation.
Yeah.
Detailed
That's
Kong.
horrendous.
There you go.
What other abilities does Donkey Kong have, Imran?
So I want to trying to remember what the bongos I believe make enemies come closer, which is similar to a thing Rabbids Mario has in the main game.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't what. Oh, the other one is an Overwatch ability like XCOM.
Okay.
So he can just hit anybody that comes by, like within his range.
Very useful ability in the main game.
It is, especially when you like double up with Mario and he can do it like twice.
Right. Especially because it's a guaranteed hit, right?
As long as they come into the range, you're good.
Yeah. It's good.
You're executing a very complicated maneuver here, Imran.
I think I decided that, like, why am I attacking enemies? I should just be going for the bananas. So I decided and that guy was getting a little too close to Cranky, so I managed to just throw him into the banana pile there and destroy that. And him.
Nice.
There you go.
It's a twofer.
Good
But
tag.
yeah, they wouldn't show me the last world. Like, the first world is very based on, like, or the first part of this world is very based on, a kind of beach-like setting for Donkey Kong. But they said like the last world was going to be a surprise, and I couldn't make out from the art image what it was, but I feel like maybe it had Tiki, like the Donkey Kong Country Returns enemies in it. So hopefully that's true. Hopefully they lean a little bit into the newer Donkey Kong Country games.
Do you know if there are any other characters that we're not going to see in this footage? Any other Kong variants?
The demo they showed me was very scripted to end at a certain point. So I don't know if they're going to have more characters than that. They haven't said. They're trying to keep that close to their chest, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just these 3, but I feel like having Donkey Kong be the only like non-Rabbid character, maybe they'll introduce, I don't know, like Diddy or something, who is actually a monkey.
Yep.
Funky Kong's hot right now.
Funky Kong is very hot right now, but I would be worried about oversaturating on Funky Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Don't want to do the year of Funky Kong thing.
Cranky Kong ain't looking too hot here, Imran.
As far as I know, no one died.
Okay.
So no animals were harmed in the making of this video.
Thank goodness.
I really do love how like cinematic the camera angles get on this game.
Yeah, that was
Like when
cool.
you're tossing people around or like making shots.
Rabbids are animals, right?
I would assume so.
In the sense that humans are animals.
Oh.
I feel like they're a little sentient.
I feel like
Not super sentient.
I don't know if yes, but also that answer creeps me out. Like I would like to keep rabbits as far from the human like scale as possible.
I think genetically, like if you compare our DNA, it's only like 1% in difference between us and a rabbit. So
Yeah,
really,
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
why are we so judgy?
It turns out that's what Darwin found out, and that's what drove him crazy. Like a very Mountains of Madness sort of situation.
So this question is for everybody.
Yes.
With the amount of flack that Rabbids already get for being similar to Minions, although Rabbids came first, of course.
Yes, of course.
Do you think the introduction of bananas into the Rabbids world will, walk back the progress we've made in differentiating the two?
Well, Donkey Kong has always had a thing for bananas.
That is true.
That is true.
Do they sing about bananas at any point, Imran?
Not that I'm aware of, but I mean, there was singing in the main game, so if they want to bring that back.
Oh, we've got a skill tree here.
Yeah, here's the skills.
Break it down for us, Imran.
So in the main game, they used orbs, and you got a certain number of orbs during gameplay. This one, they try to pare it down to just runes, and like it would be like you need 70 orbs for this next thing, and like I guess they tried to make it so you only need like 2 runes for the thing. So
Okay.
the customization works in much the same way of you have these existing skills, and you're very rarely adding new ones as much as you are just improving the ones you have. So team jump, like the range on your healing, the number of times it takes to cool down on a special move, that sort of thing.
I'm on board for that.
Yeah, there's very little customization so much as you're probably going to hit everything at some point.
Look at you go.
And again, I did not remember anything about Rabbids, so I was just kind of hitting things at this point.
Well,
like
there's
it's
about a
working.
minute more of it, so let's all
Just
savor it.
Soak it in.
reverential silence.
So, okay, here's a question. Do you think the Rabid Cranky saw Cranky and was like, that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
That is my male ideal.
Or was it an old rabbit? Like, is the rabbit's age affect what they become too? I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, is that an older rabbit? We don't even know.
Because like the rabbit, they never really explain how the rabbits become Mario characters, right? Like they see Mario and they're like, I want to do that.
Yeah, I kind of assumed they were cosplaying, but maybe their DNA got switched up like the Fly, and they're all going to die gruesome deaths.
So the washing
point?
machine and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that means the actual Mario characters they do contain rabbit themselves.
Right. Interesting. These are the weapons now.
Mhm.
Are there any new
like-
like types?
I think Cranky Kong's bow is new and Donkey Kong's banana is new. I think Rabbid Peach uses the same like gun she used in the main game.
What about effect types? There's like honey and ink and stuff. Those are from the normal game.
Yeah, I believe those are all from the normal game. I don't know if they've introduced any. At least I didn't see any in the demo I played.
Banana, if I...
Now, what's going on here?
This is a puzzle where I am supposed to have these 2 faces matched to the drawings above, like the arch above that. But yeah, then I think Leo spared me the extra minute or 2 I spent figuring that out.
Right, I'm just giving a brief look at these puzzles here.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil the puzzles
Exactly.
or Imran's inability to solve them.
And this is block pushing puzzles that I don't think I had the full capability of solving at the moment.
Oh,
Because Rabbids are the original Rabbids game, you would have to get new stuff for BP, the thing that Cranky Kong is riding around. And with those, you would be able to go back and solve old puzzles and get more items. And like like the main game as well, this one has gimmicks. So like the first game had a tornado will go through, or boos are wandering the map. This one map has statues that spit out water at compass directions.
okay.
So if you're in the way, or for example, you have someone that can toss enemies into specific places, you can easily use that to push enemies off the map.
Nice. Very tropical.
Yeah, like I said, I really hope that they actually lean on the newer Donkey Kong Country games because I like those a lot.
A tropical freeze just happened on screen.
If
There
you will.
go.
But no funky, as we said, oversaturation is a big fear.
Yeah.
I am actually disappointed Donkey Kong can't jump on people because that was one of my major like strategies through the main game, so it took me a while to figure out like, okay, what do I actually do with all this stuff? Because if I toss a main character or my side team, then they take damage, which is not, probably not the best for a leader to do, but also I'm just doing it anyway.
It's bad for morale, if nothing else.
They don't have a big boss like reverence for you, where they appreciate you throwing them?
I mean, I think you can probably work that into your own personal narrative.
Yeah.
Emergent storytelling.
That was a thing I wanted. Was I the only one who tested in Metal Gear Solid 5 how far you could go before they actually punished you for abusing your soldiers?
Is there a point where they do that?
You get a game over if you kill one.
Oh.
So there were I would lure people up to the very top of the base and then just slowly punch them off, and then Ocelot would scream at me for killing the soldiers.
I like shooting at them as I was taking off in the helicopter.
I did a couple of times, not on purpose, because it was way too hard to do on purpose, but actually calling in deliveries and just hitting them on the way down.
Yeah. Good stuff. Is there another expansion for that game we could look at, or how's Konami doing on that?
Golden shot. So do we have footage of you using the congas?
I think I used them at some point, but I'm not sure we left it in the video.
Oh, we want to save that for to surprise and delight players themselves, right?
The dramatic ending.
Yes, exactly.
That's why I cut it out, unless it's actually in here, in which case I disagree.
It was very smart.
Thank you.
That was his final smash in Smash Brothers, and it was always the worst thing to do because it's a Donkey Konga minigame. But you actually have to press the rhythm on key, or not on key, but on rhythm, and that is impossible to do when you're playing that game online.
Yeah, it's like the Brain Age math game assist trophy, where you're just I don't want to do this. So, Fav, are you going to play this thing?
It certainly looks fun. I played mine on a review copy, so I don't have it anymore.
Oh.
But
on a review system?
I feel like I can experience it live right here where Imran's playing.
Absolutely. Would you have done anything differently looking at him, how the maneuvers he's making?
It's been probably more than 6 months since I played it too, so I'd probably be making all the same mistakes. I'm not going to judge Imran for this.
Mistakes?
Unique approaches to combat.
Okay. Interesting.
It's all from The Art of War.
Yep.
Sun Tzu would be proud.
Textbook, for sure.
Yep, knock your opponents out of bounds.
And then they just teleport back as if nothing happened.
And that's what war is like.
Exactly. And when is this out?
Pardon?
When is this out?
They have not given a date yet. They have said the original date for it was spring 2018. I don't think it's going to make that at this point, but I think they're going to announce a date probably around, I would guess, before E3 or at E3.
Yeah. Oh, do you think they're going to do one of those? And it's out now. One of those?
I doubt they're going to do that, if only because those are the games that no one has any confidence in, and this seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of did that with the Breath of the Wild DLC, right? With the motorcycle?
True, they did do that.
It's out tonight.
But that was the Game Awards. Totally different situation.
Right.
Yeah, Leo.
Sorry.
Sorry, Imran.
Cranky says
Sorry,
OP.
viewers.
Are you playing with a phone now?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's got
He's throwing a
banana phone. Yes, it's a phone. Banana phone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're talking to him on the phone. He's not really here, Jeffm.
Oh,
You're going to be
man,
hearing
that
from
explains it.
Raffi or...
I actually don't know the origin of the banana phone joke. I only know it from the Matrix joke.
Matrix joke.
You've never seen the Keanu Reeves holding a banana instead of a phone at the beginning of the Matrix?
No.
Where were you in the internet in the early 2000s, Leo?
Play Start Kids, my first video game.
Neopets, probably, I'm sure.
Right. Actually, RuneScape, probably.
Well,
Well, Imran, thanks for playing this and recording this video and bringing it back for us so that we can share it with the audience. And Fava,
Thank you.
thanks for sitting here, Fava. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Leo, thanks for bringing the hot trivia. Always appreciate it.
You got it.
And viewers, thanks for watching. We appreciate it as well. Bye. All right, we did it.
We stretched that out as long as we could.
Yeah, no
Yeah.